Welcome back to the Masters of Recon podcast, your top automotive refinishing podcast with your hosts, Corey Kleinfeld
and Ryan Brewer. Enjoy the show, everyone.
Okay, welcome back to the Masters of Recon podcast. We are at the Mobile Tech Expo show. No idea if it's loud in the background or not. We're just gonna hope that the Rode mic is doing its job and canceling noise. So we got some people lined up. We're gonna grab people out of the crowd, just talk about what's going on the show, talk about RestorFX, talk about that in the way. Talk about RestorFX, talk about whatever. Yeah, whatever. So who you guys want to come up? Anybody? You want to come over here? We got our beers going. We got Trey Scott up here. We're gonna chat for a little bit. We're gonna do like an hour, so we'll see. Cheers. Got the Inglings. Cheers, man.
Yeah, man.
What's up?
You tell me.
Yeah. Well, we're a fellow RestorFX Center owner.
Yes.
So that's all
sure
good. We like talking about RestorFX. I'll have this mic to your faces though. Right here.
Hey, man, no worries.
What's been the best part of the show so far?
Best part of the show, honestly, how busy it is.
It is.
I mean, look, with the details
really
coming in, like it's a whole different show than it used to be with just PDR guys.
Sure.
You know, I meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of friendly.
How many years have you been coming to the show?
I've been coming to the show, I don't know, since 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It seems like we've seen a lot of new faces, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, some of the older PDR guys that haven't been in a few years, I'm talking to them, they came, they're like, I thought I knew everybody at the show, but now I know nobody at the show.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And I was actually, there was a moment.
Come in and turn left. I'm on a podcast.
There was a moment too. It was like,
All right,
we all know
come
Tom
on.
Gordon, we all know pricing, we all know that stuff. I was talking to these young kids there after our roundtable meetup show, talking to them. I'm like, oh yeah, Paul Ford pricing, blah, blah, blah. Who's Paul Ford? I was like, where have you been, bro?
I almost
Like,
wanted to like.
I know. So clearly there's a new crowd of people, which is good.
It is
The industry's growing. You know, I've made the case for a long period of time that we're short thousands of technicians.
Thousands.
Yeah.
It's just like body guys.
Yeah.
And we're sport technicians of all kinds.
Well, I mean, if you took everything that was going to a body shop, that should be going to a PDR shop. We're short 10,000 guys.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you took all that shit over now, we'd be booked out for years.
We would.
Yeah, which is bad thing. I'm not saying you want to do that, but the point being is that people think, you know, there's too many people getting trained. There's too
People are afraid of competition.
They are. Yeah.
Okay, and that is the wrong way to look at it. The more people that are in here, the better people that are in here.
Yeah.
Man, the better it's going to be. Okay, rising tide raises all ships, right?
Yeah, so competition breeds ingenuity, it breeds
100%.
work ethic, it breeds not giving up, or you do give up and then survival of the fittest. That's how it works.
I mean, for real though.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, if you're focused on your competition, you're focused in the wrong spot. If you're not focused on the people that you're serving, you're wrong.
That's true. Yeah,
You know,
So your game's Hale, right?
it is.
You got into RestorFX.
I did.
Why?
I got into RestorFX a year ago, and the reason why is because I saw the value. Okay, there is a space in between paint correction and painting a car, and that space is RestorFX. And there's no other product like that. And there's just not.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
a huge customer base that was never being tapped into
That's right.
by anybody.
we're developing literally a new market.
yeah, Blue Ocean. The downside is that we're starting all with PDR, where people are like, "What? There's no paint correction? Oh, it's not coating. Oh no, it's not shampooing." And so we're trying to like identify the niche, which is
Absolutely.
frustrating because I wish I had picked something that was like everybody knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? Because like PDR, I've been doing it for 20 years, and it's like the same thing. Talking about like, what is that? Can you fix this? No, that's a hole in the paint. You know, so we're trying to find that little spot,
Yeah.
and you know, I think a lot of people are getting into it because it's a exclusive license.
Yeah.
Important.
It is. No, it is. I mean, like I said before, the pitch is the hardest part.
It always is. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to explain what it is the hardest part, but the reality is the value's there.
Right.
The proof is in the pudding. Okay, so you just got to get your product into more people. People tell people, and then you're on.
How well does it marry with dips, right? As far as paintless dip repair, paintless clear coat repair. How do you feel about that?
Well, look, the reality is, I love him. Okay, that's what I do. But it only
Who does that?
Well, it only hails in your talent for so for so long.
Or maybe it doesn't when you're. Or
That's exactly right. You have to keep your
never in
customers.
California.
Sometimes Southern.
Well, climate change.
Yeah, right.
Switching from Texas to freaking West Coast.
Could you imagine? They lose their minds. They lose their minds. No, but what else about RestorFX? Okay, so I got RestorFX kind of as a hedge. I didn't know what I needed, but I did know that I needed that.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted that opportunity. I wanted to serve my customers better than anybody else can serve my customers. Nobody else can do it. It's mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you like about? We talk about it all the time. Ceramic coating, we have a million ceramic coating companies here, right?
Yeah.
And they'll sell to anybody. They'll sell to every single person in the city.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Next
How
door.
great is it that RestorFX created something that you got in, you bought the license, and you never had competition? They never had competition. You never had store. Right?
For sure.
How cool is that?
I mean, it's very refreshing, honestly.
It is.
And I mean, because it is a new market, it's a new product you're bringing to the shelf, so it gives you the security of knowing that you're not going to have to fight off somebody.
Yeah.
No, it's nice. It's nice to be able to be free to develop.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Any game changer tools this year?
Game changer tools.
I mean, lateral tension, big.
Yeah,
Everybody's got the lateral tension.
I mean, yeah, that's the hot topic
That's the
right
big
now.
thing right now.
Absolutely. And it's honestly badly needed. So
Yeah.
competition
Yeah.
breeds excellence.
For sure.
So I'm happy to see so much out there because they're going to keep one up at each other.
They are.
And who's that going to help?
Yeah.
This
Good
guy.
technicians. Technician for sure,
This
dude.
guy.
Yeah. No doubt about that.
I
So,
love that.
Yeah, man, for sure. So what do y'all like about RestorFX?
One, the exclusivity was our main goal.
Sure.
I come from a paint background and see it's like a visual thing. We just talked about this a minute ago. It's so visual that you have to see it to believe it.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
And for us, it was like, and I kind of bring this back to the customers. We were getting explained to by RestorFX what it was of somebody else in the industry, and I'm like, there's no way. You can't do that.
The same thing. I was
I was like, I gotta fly to Bellingham. Let's go check this stuff out. I fly out there. I saw one panel done coming from this type of industry, and I was freaked out, right? So
yeah.
we say it all the time in the podcast, but we walk in the shop in the morning time and see 4 or 5 cars restored. It's like the best feeling. I feel good because I know customers are about to see something that they didn't believe, right?
Absolutely.
And when customers see it, even the dealership guys, when they see it, they're like,
Like,
like
really,
that.
dude?
It just
Feel
feels
like
like
you
that.
took this yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I took it.
And then they're like, I've never even seen a car look like that. You know, like it's even a new car
It's
doesn't
be-
have
it's
that
be-
type
it's-
of depth
it's
and wetness. You know?
100%. Well, speaking of visual, I'll tell you what sold me. Okay, I was in Lubbock. It's my hometown.
Okay. Isaac's out there.
What's that?
Isaac and
Isaac.
He is. He's a good friend. Isaac was actually at my wedding.
Yeah,
dude.
dude. We're so proud of Isaac. Dude.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
And he's rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's crushing. So what happened was I was out there for a high school reunion.
Yeah.
I was out there for a high school reunion, and I had heard about RestorFX before, but like you, I was like, that's another ceramic. I didn't give any attention, right? And then I went by his shop, and he showed me a before and after. I swear to God, you can ask Hannah. I was like, nope, that's mine. That's what we're doing.
Not true, Hannah.
Everything else. I swear to you, that's exactly what
Yeah,
happened.
very
It's sold on the
Hey, dude,
spot.
what'd you say?
I also like the scale.
Sure.
Oh my
It's
God.
like something where
Go for it,
it's
babe.
not something that everybody can, but it's easy enough to train somebody. Like not dense, right? Dense, we're like still talking about how unscalable it is, which everybody's trying to scale it. All those things
Yeah,
take
yeah.
forever to do it. But
We're trying,
RestorFX is like
we did a whole
we're
round
trying
table
hard.
about trying to do that shit.
It's
It's
gonna be
someone's gonna figure it out.
the next 10 years for the PDR industry is gonna be phenomenal, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
and restore
And I can't wait to see how big RestorFX is going to grow in this country and pair with those two together. I think the next 10 years is going to be great.
It's a perfect thing to add service to your business.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's doing ceramic. Everybody's doing paint correction.
That's the thing. When you have a dent shop and you're like, man, let's do window tint. Then you have
Yeah,
a hard guy across the street from you, and then you're like, not going to step on toes because those are most of your customers too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
PPF, ceramic coatings,
Yeah.
all those guys are your customer base, and you're fixing cars for them. And then you're
Okay.
like, so Restore, we were like, dude, we're not stepping on anybody's toes.
Yeah.
Not really,
Yep.
because
Yep.
you know.
Oh no, this is my last question. Last question. I think there are stepping on toes. which is what it is. That's the world. That's
I don't step on toes. I crush feet.
I did.
Fuck around.
Like there is, like we're at Mobile Tech Expo. The other side of there, that whole side is literally thousands of different fucking polish pads, groups. I don't even know that whole world. I got a few of them. I like DAs. I get it, whatever. But like, last question, we'll get Dave on here. Is RestorFX gonna like really change paint correction market?
Yes, I'll tell you why. Because I do a lot of paint correction.
Yeah.
It takes 13 to 23 hours to properly paint correct a car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it's brand new, right? Unless it's just a polish.
Look, man. Even a brand new car sits outside. It sits in the sun.
The guys come pressure wash with the chamois.
Some guy working for $10 an hour is cleaning up
brushing
his
them off.
Dude, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know, so it takes a lot of time to do it right. You got to tape it off. You got to do all this stuff.
True. Yeah.
Okay. So in turnaround time, which is really where your profit is,
Yeah. Of course.
RestorFX kills.
Do you think a lot of guys that are doing paint correction and ceramic coatings are gonna look at RestorFX and say maybe we should be doing that instead of
See that?
A lot of big guys are buying this
That's the hard part is because if you're so all in on, like imagine if someone else came out with a new PDR product that like you just zap it like a hot box, but it just makes the dent go away.
Yeah.
Be like, oh fuck that shit, dude. Like you gotta
what's
use
the
the
pride?
skill.
Like we're all private
Right.
people
And
and
so
we're fucking
going
learning,
from paint
right?
correction to RestorFX is tough, dude.
It's tough mentally,
You
know, because
that's
all
why
they have
that's
to
why I
do
told
is
them guys.
throw all that shit in the garbage
Yeah.
and then go
Yeah.
get this.
But that's it's like a whole life.
Think about how stupid it sounds on their end to be like, yeah, I would much rather take a car for 3 days, buff on it, you know, like business.
I don't have employees.
Business wise,
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. So
It's interesting.
here's what I see in the future of RestorFX. Here's what I see.
Yeah.
I see you doing a RestorFX car, you baking it in a booth, applying the ceramic, sits overnight, delivered the next day. 1 day turnaround for an absolute perfect.
yeah,
Right?
we're getting
$10
close to that. So I have infrared lamps.
Sure.
They're not a curing booth, but we can restore a car and
Right.
we can cure it in that same day. We haven't pushed the limits yet. So that's a good. I like that.
How
We're
fast
gonna-
it-
we're gonna cure that stuff
Oh, there's a long way to go.
and then throw ceramic out on the same day and try to crank out a ceramic job in 1 day.
A perfection. It's
Yeah.
going to be perfect.
Okay,
so
so
it's a good.
RestorFX has been around for 20 years. When they first started, it wasn't permanent. And then out of the prep process and all that, I'm sure there will be a time where the cure time gets faster. You know, or we can make it earlier, put a ceramic that doesn't activate to the. I'm sure.
We're
Technology
doing
changes.
2 coats in 1 day.
Yeah, correct.
Sometimes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if I could apply restore a second time,
And
I should
ceramic,
be able to apply
And
ceramic.
like a quick flash ceramic that they're selling these 1 hour.
And so Alex, if you hear this, don't get mad at us because we're gonna put.
We're gonna push the limits right now.
Yeah, that's us.
But you can do it right now for bank booth.
With a booth, not just the land. If you do that.
No, because you can do the bumpers and everything in the bank booth.
Yeah.
Okay, good, because you can't IR.
Yeah.
You can't do that to the bumper.
Yeah, we do.
What's up,
Do
dude?
you?
What are you looking
It's gotta
for?
Be a certain temperature, right?
No shit. I learned
Not-
something today.
So we have a full. It's like 6 lamps that
Yeah,
are a big system, and we could just move it around the barn. It takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to like get it around. 'Cause
Sure.
it's twice. But just for safety reasons and not just pushing the limits, we just wait till the next morning.
Yeah, yeah.
and install.
It's so fast.
It's a 1 day turnaround.
So fast.
Then these guys with the ceramic stuff and paint correction, they're like, yeah,
No, you
how
can't.
do you get people that?
It's
You know?
easier to train, easier to hire, 1 day turnaround, better repair.
Yeah,
Fuck around.
yeah, let's find out.
You watch. That's the fact.
That's good.
Yeah,
I
man,
don't see
for
it,
sure.
no, I'm sorry, man. Not this. No.
Oh.
No. Well, if I find
Oh.
it, jump my email.
Yeah, man.
Okay, thanks for coming on, dude.
Yeah, man,
I
for
appreciate
sure.
it.
Thanks for having
Always fun seeing you every
Hey,
year.
man, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we got next in line here. Oh, and she got Chick-fil-A for you.
Yeah, boy. Feel like I
Should have asked for the orders.
got extra sauce.
Come on, man.
A beer there? Beer me.
Not no Yinglings.
Whatever. What's like?
We got-
Hey,
We got Miller Lite Coors Light.
Mill Light.
You just won't do Coors Light because Jared likes it. Is Jared out there finding our next guy or what? It's all live. Yeah, it's all live. We're recording everything. It's just very casual, obviously. Yeah, see if Jared can round up us
He's
together.
probably gonna round up a bunch of ceramic guys, like paint corrector guys.
Oh yeah, that was like
that would be cool. We should get that.
we should, yeah.
Call fucking
Text him,
Trey.
tell him to do, or Trey.
Trey will go do it.
So we got Nate McDowell here. Very unique. Howdy. Yeah, Nate McDowell here. Very, very unique situation. Met Nate, I guess, last year here, or a couple years ago here. Yeah. And you talk about like all-in-one service or all-in-one shop. This dude does everything. Dad started it back in early 90s. With PDR, right?
Yeah.
Started
Started with interior.
Oh, sorry, interior. Yeah. But they do, you'll correct me, I'm sure, PDR, furniture repair, upholstery repair in cars, paint chip repair.
I'm gonna stop you.
What do you want?
Well, so it started with interior repairs. Color Glow International
Yeah.
was the company that we signed up with. And then in '98, it was all wholesale, more or less. That.
Yeah.
And in '98,
Jared's right there, dude. See it.
my dad went to school at Dendock,
Yeah.
Minnesota.
They don't hear it. Yeah.
He, so I went to school for a month and then bought the Dendock franchise.
Yeah.
So we got into PDR. 2000, hired his first employee. And I started pushing for him in 04. And been with him since
Yeah.
04.
Yeah.
Now he's retiring and kind of stepping out of the business. I'm taking over, but we started with interiors, then it was dents, then opened our first retail location in 2005, and ended up having a experienced upholsterer come work for us.
Yeah.
We've been subbing out like a car seat to come in
Yeah, sure.
with a rib, and so we'd upholster it to repair it,
Yeah.
and we have to sub it all out.
Right.
And then we got this guy that came in, and he knew how to stitch. So and it was awesome.
Lost art, right? We talked about
Yeah,
that.
Really, it really is, dude. Yeah.
It's crazy how lost an art that is, but it's always going to be needed. So how do you? It's crazy you got somebody in there that's going to prince and take over that craft.
Yeah.
But man, I'd like to see it get back in, because like the cat skin companies that are doing that stuff, we just see the quality is like really not there all the time.
Well, I mean, speaking of lost art, I don't think we even realize how many things are a lost art. Like we just talked about tension with Trey Scott. That's a lost art. That's
Yeah,
been
yeah,
around, dude.
about
That was
that.
like original
Yeah.
body metal work stuff. Like they called it. What was it? The Fairlane method, I think it was called back in the day. Fairlane method. I think that's what it was
Yeah.
called.
Sounds good.
Maybe I'm wrong there. I think that's what it was called. This was an old body technique forever, and like the guys that were doing it didn't teach it and forgot about it. Which is crazy. Like that. That's a weird. There's a lot of things like that in the world. And interior repair is definitely one of
I
those.
think upholstery is. Yeah, to stitch a car seat or stitch
Just go get them.
a chair or a couch, whatever. It is an art form.
Yes.
But yeah,
No doubt.
so unfortunately, we've got at this point we've got 4 upholstery techs, I guess, that just stitch car seats, couches, chairs, whatever.
Go ahead.
I would say the majority of our business is still automotive reconditioning.
Yeah.
So we've got 5 PDR techs, we got 5 interior repair techs.
Yeah.
We do window tint, we do detailing, we do like I said, custom upholstery. So we a lot of hot rods, the carpet kit, headliners,
That's cool.
patches, all that.
Yeah.
So 26 employees.
Do you guys do anything? You're just talking with Trey about like paint correction, ceramic coating.
Yeah.
Start doing anything? I know you're not doing RestorFX as
Not yet.
Yeah, but
it's not. I don't
it's
know.
consideration.
Yeah.
but paint correction, ceramic coating. I think I asked that.
Yeah, so do detailing.
Okay.
The ceramic coating, we're still kind of dabbling in.
Yeah.
Only because I think we're a little hesitant with we get a lot of Idaho's, like especially in the wintertime, the growth.
Yeah, salt and the whole thing. Yeah.
It's messy. So people are
Winter-
constantly going to car washes.
Yeah.
And I think our fear is adding that ceramic coating on there, and then people are 3
Don't
times a
forget.
week.
So here's the deal. We
And-
talk about this all the time. Ceramic is not for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what it kind of aggravates me a lot, because people are selling ceramic to every individual and not really giving them the information that they need. Ceramic's good for certain people, right? The new car owner, they got somebody washing their car for them, or they're hand washing themselves. The people that are running their stuff for a car wash, Restore, right? That's like Restore's customer. And that's a repeat customer that's been coming in every couple of years, or every year.
Yeah,
for
sure.
a refresh, right?
Doing RestorFX, treat your car like you need to treat your car. I know you're busy, whatever. Come back in 3 years.
Like, we don't want you to
Come back when you
change
want to
your,
sell it.
we don't want you to change your habits. We don't want you to run. You got a membership to the car wash. You run it through a couple times a week.
Yeah.
We don't want to tell you like, oh, now you got to wash it with a feather.
But just know that you're ruining the clear coat and that you're gonna have to pay for it. You're saving monthly on the car washes and your time on the weekends, but at some point, if you don't like the way your car looks, or there's also gonna be the 50% of people, 40% of people that don't care either way. They're just gonna run into the ground. They won't fix a dent, a scratch, a nothing. They're like, that's my mode of transportation, and that's it. You know, and they're just never. All the people here, they just never get our customers. That's you don't have 100% customer unless you're. I guess.
Yeah.
They probably don't have 100%, but it's probably close. Probably damn close.
Yeah.
So you thought about adding RestorFX?
I've not thought about it. I've been in the demos and I've seen what they do. I
What
guess
do you think about that?
I mean, it's mind blowing.
Right?
It's obviously anybody that can add it and has the ability to get the staffing, the wholesale accounts to get started with, it's a no brainer. You know, for us at the time, up until just recently, when we acquired 3 new shop spaces, so like I was telling you guys, like RV storage units that are huge, that are in like little individual shops. Now we have the space to where if I did want to add this, I could.
Yeah, you showed me that stuff, and it's like a lot of people when they buy a RestorFX don't understand you can't just apply this stuff in a garage. Right? You gotta have a good environment.
Yeah, or next to somewhere where
it just so happens you would have it, right? You don't have to invest all this money into doing that.
To be honest, man, we got those 3 spots in our main shop, main brick and mortar is
too busy.
We're too busy. So we got this right next to our shop. Perfect setup, heated and cooled, climate controlled shop, and there's 3 individual bays.
So
but they're packed full of PDR cars now, you know? So it's like that's the other thing.
There's
like,
more money in PDR probably.
Like so, we weren't so busy pushing events. And so it's kind of you gotta wait for the right time to add these different skills.
Come here, baby. Sit down. You're up next.
So it's timing.
You got time?
At the right time.
You got time to get on here?
Yeah, we'd love to see you later down the line.
Yeah.
Dive into it.
I don't know. It's been a great expo. I mean,
a lot of new faces. We just talked about that for a whole.
That's been good, man. It's cool to see the way the industry's going.
How many of these have you been to?
I think taking 7 or 8.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. People are still coming.
Yeah.
I think our first year was 2009.
Okay, and then skip some in between.
Yeah, skipped a few here and there.
Difference between 2009 and 2014.
No, I'm way too long. I don't remember what happened this
Okay. Fair enough. Is it a bigger show?
Not even a question.
I just do about education day.
Yesterday was good.
I think that education day yesterday was phenomenal.
So your round table was epic.
Yeah,
that was needed. I mean, that was in my opinion the busiest, most packed. Like everybody in this industry is trying to. Not everybody. I'd say a lot of the independent.
Not everybody. Not everybody.
A lot of guys are trying to get to a level where they don't have to be pushed every day. They're not in tech every day. They want to start replacing themselves. And so it's been really cool to see that's the direction that we're going. Also cool to see the pricing stuff. And the fact that we're not just winging it anymore. Like, I don't know, 75, 150, but it's like the Paul Ford and pricing guy, working with insurance, with DevOps.
I feel like that's moving into other industries too, like the pricing thing, right? I always say this, whether you're a dead guy, a store guy, interior, like stop pricing stuff on a feeling, right? It just sounds so ridiculous. So know what you're worth and know what the service you're providing is worth and charge accordingly. And it's crazy because it all stems from Paul.
Oh man. Paul and Tim, Ford, man. Shout out to those guys.
So the people that I talked to earlier that haven't heard of them, probably not even listening to this podcast either. Like, pay attention.
Yeah, they've changed our business completely. I mean, we did we'll go to numbers. But it's been we've done very, very well since we implemented the price event and circle it up, actually have a system selling PDR instead of just winging it. And it's been amazing.
It's good to hear.
Seeing other guys do it too is really encouraging because it's just rising tide lifts all boats. We all can do this.
I think you're the second person who said that on this podcast.
Yes.
Rising tide
lifts all boats. That's cool. That's why we're here, dude. That's why we're here. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming on and having fun. We got my boy Tyler coming up next. Let's go, dude. You know what we're talking about with Mr. Tyler?
What's that?
Mindset.
Mindset?
My favorite word, dude.
Let's go.
I'm not wearing myself today, but Coach Corey K. If people listen to the podcast before this, PDR coach. Tyler here was one of my clients way back in the day. We learn from each other. Say we learn from each other.
We keep
we keep touch.
Yeah.
From Canada.
Yeah.
So we got outside of North America. If you haven't come to the Motortech Expo, it's not just America. Obviously, we got a lot of Canada. We got a lot of overseas, everything. So, how many of these shows have you been to? Like 3, maybe?
This is my second.
Okay, second. Yeah, so not a ton.
So I went to one during COVID when Canada was completely locked
That's
down.
right. Because you had to you had to sign your life away to get out of there. Or something.
I had to.
Oh no, you had to quarantine for 2 weeks before
when
you got back.
When I came back, I had to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Oh, these are my beers, sir. These are my beers.
They found the stats.
The word has spread for some reason. Yeah, you had to quarantine for 2 weeks on the way back.
Yeah, things were a little weird.
What a world, dude.
Yeah,
what a world.
It was insane. It's crazy where everything was locked down there, and then you came to Florida.
Yeah,
and
no one gave a
normal.
No, they were doing mass inside MTE, dude. They were being a hell of big. Yeah,
Man, I feel like
but the damn guys and the authority telling them what to do didn't go over that.
MTE the year before COVID became COVID started here.
The year of
COVID.
Yeah. 20.
Because I got
January,
sick. Yeah,
everybody
sick.
got
I
sick.
started reading on Facebook. Everybody's sick. I'm
Yeah,
like,
we're like,
that sounds like COVID.
it was like I think it's never been, or somebody was like couldn't go home and was like here for weeks.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was, but yeah, that was interesting
Wow.
times. Yeah. So the second one, this
They
one's a
got more
lot
tests
different.
on it.
I don't think I saw a mask here at all.
Yeah.
Maybe some people at work there, but
Yeah, Florida was pretty lax. They pretty much wanted you to wear one if you were talking front desk.
right. Yeah, that's right.
And they're like, put on a mask, please.
Anyways, welcome back. This is the biggest show ever. Like,
Yeah.
you can't even freaking walk through the roads to get through. Dude. It's wild.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost the end of the day, and it's still pretty packed.
Yeah, usually about 4 or 5 o'clock, it's gone. It's gone. This place is packed, dude, which is really cool to see. Like as far as rising tide rates, all boats. I mean, super cool to see how many people.
It's cool to see everyone helping each other. Yeah.
That's one thing that was non-existent 15 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Then guys were in the back of dealerships with tanks around them and stuff, and didn't want to show the trade. So it's kind of cool that we can see now in all of our industries that we've got. It's like people are coming together and trying to rise up. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely helped a lot with just with people and pricing or stuff. When everyone's helping each other, you can get the prices that you need and you want to fix more complex things.
Yeah, because there's no roadmap to anything. What's
Yeah.
cool is we're building roads to all this stuff
We
now.
really are, dude. Yeah.
So I think we can look back at 20 years and be like, we were part of that.
I call it, I mean, PDR, like retail PDR is kind of frontier. And I say frontier specifically because if you studied American history, that frontier was a fucking bitch, dude. Like, I live really close to Oregon, right? With the Oregon Trail and the, oh my God, I can't think of the name right now. The Donner Pass,
Yeah.
because people were heading to that final frontier of the West Coast
Yeah,
and were eating each other on the way.
right.
Like it was nasty, dude. And I feel like retail PDR is final frontier. Like it's where the money is. It's where the highest skilled people go. It's where we're gonna change the game. Like there are dealerships, and that's great. And there's a maximum amount of them, but we have barely even touched retail PDR.
Retail, especially going into insurance
Oh yeah.
and that kind of thing as
I mean,
well.
yeah. As far as if you look at a percentage of insurance spend going as PDR versus body shop, it's got to be
Yeah,
we're about a tiny fraction of a percent.
yeah.
Tiny fraction of a percent.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you, Tyler, because I know you're the best person probably in this whole expo to answer this, but I've spent years talking about mindset, talking about coaching yourself, talking about getting yourself in the right mindset, talking
Right.
about we can go all the way down to the woo woo stuff. I don't care. But like how, for a blue collar deck guy, it's not always top of mind to work on mindset or work on themselves instead of just buying a new tool and fix it better.
Right.
How important is your, I guess, mindset? How important is your
Mindset is probably
in-
90% of it.
90%?
I would say 90%. Yeah, I would say 90%.
Especially once you can fix a dent.
Yeah, it's
That's easy.
It's 90%. I honestly don't even have that many tools. I still have like the dent craps
set that I keep going back to. I end up getting a new tool, and I'm like, I had something.
Like you used it a few times.
Yeah, and I'll just kind of go back to what I had before. Like,
So you don't need one. You don't need 3 numbers.
I don't think
Specific
so.
sets.
I would say like nice. Some of these, like, I don't do a lot of mail.
Yeah.
I'm more like I stay in my local market.
Yeah.
So I can't really answer for those guys. I'm still on a pretty good email spread right now. So I'm learning a lot about that. But
Very efficient. It's like all efficiency.
yeah,
When you're up that
So
much,
if something's going to save you a little bit of time.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
saves you 12 minutes a car.
it makes sense. Yeah, but even then, I've been doing pretty good. Just with like I've got a few new
1
things,
hour
but
in.
nothing's crazy.
Yeah.
I found that I was doing PDR for about 5 years, 5 or 6 years before I actually got more into the mindset stuff. And the year I got into the mindset, I tripled and quadrupled what I was doing in business. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean? Like if you were saying like how would you define it for someone else listening? Like what does that mean? You just look in the mirror and say you're a big boy, Tyler. You can do anything. Like what is it? Like what is it actually? I've talked about this for literally hundreds of hours. But like what is
All right. I would say mindset for me is kind of developing proper beliefs and purpose around what you're doing and why you're doing it. And keeping consistent with those beliefs and those goals, and keeping yourself majorly in the right state around all of those things, and having like a really aligned purpose.
Yeah.
Because when all of that comes together, it seems everything else comes together.
what's the purpose of PDR? Like what the fuck? We just make metal flat? Like what do we even like? What is your self-talk on that?
Probably delivering the best customer service I can.
Love it. That's answer.
And finding the right kind of customers that appreciate that service as well.
Beauty in things is important. I know that, like, maybe you don't think so, but like if you look at the tools that we make, they are like the pretty tools sell. The stand liners are beautiful. If you look at, oh, that's awesome, dude. Okay, cool. So if you look at the beauty of things, like the tools that we make, the shine, like why do they make parts shiny? Is it not a waste of time? Like why can't you even make them shiny? They should just be like steel metal. It would be
Right.
way easier.
Right.
You'd never have to
Way
repaint a
cheaper.
car. It'd be cheaper.
Yeah.
Maybe it would rust over time or whatever. But like if you made them on aluminum, like why do we make stuff? Why do we make stuff beautiful?
Right.
Because it matters. Like
Right.
the skincare industry, the beauty industry, the hair industry, like
Yeah.
if you ask yourself why does that what's the point of that industry?
Yeah.
Like no one needs that. We need food, water, air, shelter. But
Right.
like all that stuff are massive businesses. Beauty matters. Like the way you portray yourself, the car that you drive, the way that you portray yourself in that car, all that stuff matters. So I've been looking at it a lot about like that means something to somebody.
Right.
Like when people look at their cars and they whether they've just saved up for their first car and they could just barely afford it and they love that thing. Like you want to make them love it again.
Right.
Someone finally made it in life and they bought what do we got over there? A Porsche GT3 RS, what is it? Something like that.
Yeah.
Like someone wanted that car their whole life and saved up and spent $100,000 in that car.
Right.
There's a ding in it. You're gonna change their life.
Yeah.
Like we will change their life.
Right.
And so I think about it that way too, like keeping yourself in the right mindset. Like we do make a difference in just with PDR, with paint correction, with RestorFX, we make a difference.
Yeah.
And so I think that helps the mindset. I think a lot of people get down on themselves. Like, let's see your plan.
Fixing
Especially
dents.
if you're like, especially in the wholesale, like the amount of hours I spend on a lot by myself,
Yeah.
grinding out cars,
Yeah.
making cars better
Yeah.
for the price that I agreed on with the dealership. That you don't feel the beauty in the high level, high end retail stuff.
Yeah.
That's where I feel like
Yeah.
I'm creating a difference in that respect.
Right. And you can see it in the customers as well.
Yeah.
When someone gets their car back and even when they've been told by probably people who aren't charging them money for things because they're not in the right mindset. Because I was like that.
We were all like
I used to be like 95% wholesale, and I avoided retail like the plague.
Yeah, because you can't. No one will pay more than $150.
That's what I thought. Yeah, and then when I got coaching for you, that's when everything completely shifted, and I actually learned how to do retail properly.
Yeah. Quote it, talk to the customers,
Yeah.
give them the experience, and a lot of it is that. Like you didn't just get to change your prices overnight and charge all the money without giving them that experience.
Yeah.
You know, there's a difference between walking in Nordstrom and walking in a mall.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just the look of the store, the feel of it, the customer, or the interaction with the workers, etc. Right?
Yeah.
What do you do for working on your mindset? Like, what's your main thing on a daily basis?
I do a lot.
Give them a tip. Give them a tip. You gotta start small.
Man, I would say gratitude. The smallest thing that you can do is just have a small gratitude practice, and that can shift everything. Just even spending, you write out things that you're grateful for.
Yep.
You can do like meditations and stuff where you're feeling gratitude. Just priming yourself in the morning for those states.
Because then you'll look.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You do that in the morning. You're not grateful because then you look for those things.
Yeah.
If you don't, you can very easily enter into a victim mindset, into a negative mindset, and you're gonna look for negative things.
Right.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
If you look for negative shit, you're gonna find it.
Yeah.
If you look for positive shit, you got it. Grateful stuff, you're gonna find that too.
Yeah.
You know. What about physical? What about physicality as far as creating a state of mind for yourself? Like, are you doing anything in your physical environment to change the mindset?
Working out.
Yeah.
I do a lot of cold plunges.
Yeah.
That's a
You're gonna
big
say
one.
that shit. I was
Yeah.
leading you into that. It's true, dude.
That
It's
stuff.
big now.
That stuff's really like.
Yeah.
I can tell a difference myself. Like I'm here, and I've been here in 4 days,
Yeah.
and I'm missing my gold.
Yeah. You're like, where's
It gets me in such like a peace state.
It really is wild.
Yeah, I miss it. Yeah, but those things, there's so many different things you can do. There's like meditation, there's affirmations, there's like cold plunges.
And
There's
some of that stuff doesn't work for people. Like you're not gonna do all of them. You're not gonna spend 4 hours every morning doing all the shit.
right.
20 minutes helps.
Yeah,
Makes a big
you
difference.
can make a 10-minute routine.
What's that?
Both of them.
Okay.
Son, he's a
Alright,
little.
Yeah, you can create like a 5-minute routine, 10-minute routine for yourself. That's gonna prime yourself for your entire day.
Tyler.
I appreciate you.
See you around.
All right.
The beers are almost gone. You don't want to have it. All right. Who we got coming on next? Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it. William. And his son. Bring his son.
Pick. Let's go, William.
Yes, sir. Yes. Oh, Ryan Shutt won that. I think. I don't know.
They only had one.
Ryan Shutt came and grabbed that. It wasn't. It wasn't mine to give out. I don't know. Yeah, for sure. Sorry, bud. I think he's a detailer. You know. Okay. Detailer Golden Mike. Someone fucking said he's Golden Mike. No. Sorry, guys. He's like, I apparently won it. He was coming to get it. I'm like, I don't know where it is, dude. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I think there's one for PDR and one for detail, but yeah, I don't know. Shit. All right.
I don't know.
What's up, dude?
Doing good, man.
William? Corey.
Yeah,
You want to say hi? Have you ever heard of a podcast? No. You don't listen to the podcast?
You ever listen to the radio?
No. Not yet. There's lots of good kid podcasts out there. We'll give you some recommendations later.
You're gonna be famous after this. You
Okay.
can sign autographs, all of it, right?
What's your name, buddy? Mateo? Stop there.
So we got Mr. William here and Madden. Is that your name, Madden?
Mateo.
Mateo. Nice, awesome. 2 great paint correctors that
Future
do
paint corrector.
ceramic coating paint correction, right? Where at? Where are we at?
Raleigh.
Right, North Carolina. Sweet. So
Do Mateo polishes?
A little bit, yeah.
yeah.
With the bottom half of the door?
Yeah. Getting older. So
Yeah, man, it's like a perfect thing. You get the top, you get the bottom, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Push it in him, just like the help.
Yeah.
Basically, come natural.
That's cool.
That's good.
When you do stuff like they try to impose things, then they will stop doing it.
We can talk about that too.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's awesome.
yeah. My dad started Dan Repair in 1991. Never pushed me into it. I started working for him. Left, let me go. I came back. You know, it's not pushing on. That's a whole parent
And then
conversation.
he took his dad gets us over.
Yeah.
To like a novel.
We're figuring it out.
So
We're figuring
it's
it out.
like, you have to hand that down if that's what Big Man wants to do one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically,
So what's cool is William kind of knows a little bit about RestorFX. To say the RestorFX and just hand of light clear coats or liquid paint correction, right?
Liquid paint correction. I have never heard of
I think I've seen that at the show.
William also? Oh, really? That's Mateo?
William, I said.
Oh, wait. Okay, see, yeah, I get it.
So liquid paint correction, I've never heard of it.
I've never heard that. I
Is
think
that-
I've seen it
Do
somewhere.
are detailers calling it liquid paint correction?
This is what I'm at. Most people don't know about this thing already.
Yeah.
So I learned about it in about 22.
Yeah.
I had heard of RestorFX way before because from Puerto Rico, there was a franchise there.
There's a one, yeah.
So I wanted to make their own beer.
Yeah, they're here.
So I know about that, but I never understood what it was.
Okay.
But 2020, I was able to be exposed to this technology,
Yeah.
different brand. And
Okay.
I just work as a trainer from the ethics solution.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sweet. Nice.
I was doing training for decoration.
Oh, cool.
We train people all around the park.
Awesome.
Good stuff. Good.
So going back to 2020, well, I learned about this technology. Like everything, it sounds too good to be true sometimes when you see the videos. So I was able to attend an event, learn about it, even though I wasn't doing that kind of application.
Yeah.
Well, I want to see it firsthand.
Right.
Want to see what it's about, and maybe if it's something that is truly going to help somebody or not, or maybe where it's going to fit in the industry. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a little bit fun with that.
So do you see Restore or liquid paint correction? Can you call it?
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Is that cool? Do you see that as being a competition of what you do?
Or a compliment.
Oh,
Or compliment?
Yeah.
I think it depends on who you ask. That's
Right.
it depends.
Okay, your biggest cheerleader, dude.
Uh,
Day by day, baby.
yeah,
Every day is every day is the day. Yeah, we got one. Yeah. Deal. So competition or compliment?
So I think it might be who you ask. Maybe my perspective. So I suppose if you go to a wallet shop, you tell about things, they will like either laugh or they might think it's a joke.
Sure.
So that wallet shop versus something that is gonna go after a wallet shop.
Yeah.
You go detail, it's way different too. So most people don't even, I don't know. They don't even know this technology, or I don't know how they can relate.
No.
Because it's gonna be, and even structure is gonna be different. It's something that is different. So my perspective is that it might be a great product for maybe, let's say I'm gonna do a car. That car doesn't have a lot of paint left.
Yeah, clear cut. Yeah.
Paint or circle. When you work
Yeah,
on a
seriously.
circle, you venture the painting, is not at that point where the customer might be like, okay, what do I do now? If I paint the rest, I can burn to move because there's not enough material,
Right.
or I can take my chances, or maybe go to a book.
There's a lot of liability, right?
So
Yeah.
that work for me as a detailer, I think that might be an option. Of course, because I haven't done it extensively, I still have my questions about durability,
Yeah.
about what happened if I need to repolish or paint correct the fissure. I run into a situation recently for chance I was doing a car. The car was,
And some type of liquid paint correction.
yeah, I think they did the RestorFX on the hood. The shadow was I don't know. They had one of these systems on the hood. I wasn't aware of it. The customer never disclosed that.
Or maybe they didn't know because it came from the dealership.
Well, they knew,
Okay.
but they didn't know it was important for me to
Yeah,
know.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
They don't know.
They didn't disclose that this car had
Right.
that product on the hood.
Right.
So the main concern was problems on the side. So I was able to fix some crashes out by having to stand this and then make the right crash.
Sure.
So after I fixed the car, I'm going through the car, I started doing the hood. And then I run into a problem. What the problem is that it looked like a burn.
Yeah. But,
It wasn't burnt. Because you see shine from the hood.
yeah.
You see the
There's
color.
a clear code, our clear code, right?
Yeah. I don't know what's a little thin. I don't know if
What happened?
Well, that's the thing.
So there was like 2 layers of coat, something. Yeah, 2 different layers. Yeah.
Well, both are shiny.
Yeah.
Burnt the paint.
Right,
It's
yeah.
look
Oh,
at
crazy to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like,
oh,
yeah.
You know, at first when you look at that, you might think, okay, we're good. But I checked numbers with the gauge, and they were good. What happened? So I went along, like you worked on resin. I started looking at the same different areas. A little bit here, a little bit. I have to stop. I have to talk to the customer because the first time, okay, let me keep doing it, could happen. And then the second time, so let this come. I talked to the customer. I have a question. There's time. In these 2 that have been for you, for finish or something different.
Yeah.
And
And they still hold this car at some point. We got, I don't know why the only the hood, this just, it was a car that is from the dealership, so it fits the hood.
yeah.
So, at that point, I said, oh, if I may not have that information, I run into this problem.
Right.
Which we can avoid if I get, because then I can change my approach, or I can have things differently.
Totally, yeah.
I say professional, right? So that's my biggest, problem I have so far running into. So that's my question. Once I apply this technology, how we care of it, how we can make aware
So
owners.
just for your knowledge, that car would have had it gone back to a RestorFX center or another center that does some type of liquid paint correction. Very easy fix. Yeah, very easy fix for that to happen.
Yeah.
But it's cool that you didn't know that. Now, I think we're gonna run into that a lot.
I
and
think
I'm
we
really
are.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So people in your industry, if you can help with that, if people call you and they're like, man, I ran into this problem, it's that, the same situation, you know how to tackle that now, which is, it's not that we're trying to take work from that. It's just the car has been done with one process, and then that car from now on has to have that same process done too.
Yeah.
So that's why it could be a good benefit for that to be adopted by shops that do paint correction, right?
Have you seen the before and after, like in the demo?
No, not here.
Oh, okay.
But if I have installed a product like that, I know exactly.
Okay.
And I have a friend that has a franchise in North Carolina.
Yeah. I think I know that.
Mauricio. So
Yeah,
basically, I've been there with them, so I know exactly how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't understand the process.
Just like there's a clientele for your high-end paint correction ceramic, there's another whole
Different-
group of people. It's
different-
actually a bigger demographic, bigger group of people that are willing to pay for liquid paint correction, right? So,
Was that you're not
I
sure?
don't know how liquid paint correction, but
Not sure, yeah.
I don't know if that name will fit.
Yeah, or paintless clear coat repair
Yeah.
or whatever.
However,
Yeah.
the industry want to call it, but
Yeah.
like I said, I think that there might be a place for it. Like I said, if I run into a situation on the car, the only thing will be like we have to maybe look into ways that we can disclose that car has something.
Yeah.
So a professional that is going to work after that, or get in contact with so they do on the town, they bought it from another person, and now you do it here. These people are not aware.
It's interesting though, because for some reason I'm thinking about like the medical field. Like that was so messed up for so long. You go to this place and that place, and they never communicated with each other until they created like a single system.
Yeah.
And so that's interesting. Like I wonder if it needs to be something like we have our own database. Like we sort of like we can put the VIN number, upload it in there, but no paint correctors have access to that. Like no details.
We have more work to do now to make sure.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because that's going to be an issue.
That's going to be a
I think.
problem.
We're processing millions of cars per year around this world.
Yeah, millions.
Around the world.
Millions of RestorFX cars.
Yeah. Maybe. Gotta be.
That seems like a high number.
Really? All right, a couple 100,000. Yeah, let's go with that. Right?
Well, that might be because I see both sides.
Absolutely.
Because I know exactly, I know kind of the problem. So, in my opinion, for retailers, could it be good? It could be good. And I bet the rate the car at the same time you can do it joyfully. I can.
Yeah.
So for me, it would be an option for every car. It depends on what
Can
you
you say that if you have to do a 3-stage correction, that's like major 3-stage, this car is scratched up really bad. Can you say you were safely removing enough clear coat that's after you're finished that clear coat's going to keep you safely?
I think it depends a lot on age.
Yeah, age, yeah.
Age of the car. It might be dependent on
Okay, so we'll see how I end up putting it together. But we had technical difficulties on the Blue Forerunner video. I'm famous. That is famous for RestorFX or whatever.
And get your expertise on how you tackle this.
Yeah, I'm
If you
honestly
would,
curious.
right?
Yeah.
So this case for me, that the law of bank direction has changed.
Yeah.
So it's very rare you have to use this thing.
Really.
So,
Because you can just like the buffing compounds plus the pads can like really be aggressive.
no, it's just that they have changed a lot.
Yeah.
You were saying that before, like, I'm going to work together. Reason that you were saying in the beginning of the podcast, hey, we might need to work together on the so we're on the same page. Well, I think that happened on the retailing industry. You know, the manufacturing the two, the beginning, they didn't have a lot of communication maybe with the manufacturer. They know with the chemical manufacturer. So they make the chemical all as a pump in the wax. But I didn't care about what machine. I didn't care about what kind of pipe they're going to use.
Right.
Now these days it's different.
Yeah,
They start working together, it becoming more of a system.
Yeah.
So I don't have to go to the stage for the most part to let you get a car to get you. So
So how would you define free stage? It means you're sanding with.
well, free stage could be top heavy top out,
Okay.
medium polish or medium top out finish. It could be sanding, top out polishing. There's many ways to define that. It's perception. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, everyone's got a little different process.
it's a little bit different.
Just
for
like
everybody.
that, guys.
Yeah,
All the
yeah,
guys-
we all get to the same result, but we do it differently for sure. Yeah.
But now with the materials that we're working on, they're thin. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
thin.
they're skipping.
A lot more education is going into manufacturing. So we talked to customers, we're talking more about how can we make this car look as good as possible without moving as much.
Yeah.
So both the problem is one step.
Yeah.
Mainly two steps. So both daily drivers, it's one step, both sides.
Really?
That will only take 1 hour and a half, 2
Yeah.
hours on average to do it. Right? You still have to wash a car and prep it. I might still maybe 2 hours and a half, 3 hours.
Yeah.
To get up to a very good.
Yeah.
But can I get a car that is very, very bad? I would think the similar range of time to do the storage thing or any other similar product
Yeah.
market.
So we're
It
talking.
depends on who you're talking to.
Right. Yeah.
What
And
kind
how
of
fast they are.
What
Yeah.
kind of skills you have?
Right.
What kind of tools you have?
Yeah, that's true.
Or the
Very
things-
similar to PDR.
It's all,
Yeah, some guy will take 5 hours to fix it, and some guy fix it in literally 5
but I
minutes.
started the same job I can do now, maybe in X amount, it will take you twice or 3 steps.
Right. Yeah.
So
That's
that's
true.
my point. So it's all depends what you do. At this point of my career, I can do a quick direction
There,
as
yeah.
fast as the store effects.
You got like one in each hand, and you just do it. But
No, that's all it does. We know exactly what we're doing, what to spend, we do test, but
right,
so before I go and do a job,
you know what's
I
gonna be.
know what will be the product. It will take 10 minutes, 15 minutes to decipher the product. And now I can do that really fast. Like that before was kind of, let me do it. I didn't like it.
And I gotta do it. Yeah,
That's old. That's
old
ways.
old technique stuff. These things a lot faster. You know, to know what you have to do, the chips on the building,
yeah,
all the shit on the building. So I think
that's cool.
there's a place for every product in the market.
That's cool.
Also, it's independent of where you want to be.
Yeah, and how good you are too at what you're doing. Yeah,
I see people that do a very good job with these kind of products. I see people that don't do a good job.
Yeah.
I see very good detailers or people that do
Same
big
thing.
projects.
Very good. Yeah, very good there. Chris.
So it's all about how free you are on this.
That's really loud. I have no idea how much it's picking up. So a lot of people that follow me on, I've seen. I'm just gonna talk here. A lot of people that have followed me have seen this Blue Forerunner video that was like really, really scratched up. So I'm gonna show you, and then I'm honest. If someone sent you this video, what would be what would you tell them basically? So something looks like this, very common. Go off-roading, get stuck in the bushes, and scratch it up really bad. If someone sent you a video, that's an after product of a RestorFX process. If someone sent you that video and they wanted, I know you can't see it without seeing it in person, obviously, but like, what's the initial reaction? Like, do you want that job? Is it how long does it take? Like,
You go back. It depends on how much it costs and what to pay.
well, the money's not an issue. They just want it to look perfect.
But that point we do that kind of job.
Yeah.
I'd rather do difficult jobs. I need.
I appreciate that.
I'm the kind of person.
Yeah,
that
you don't want to just
I-
polish your car. Yeah.
So that's where we go back to training.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do, but everybody else got to.
Yeah.
That's when they have a lot of competition.
He's like a really good dent guy.
No, I for sure. No, I fully appreciate that.
I will say that too. I'm trying to do jobs because they're gonna bring more money.
Right.
So I try to specialize in a lot of things just because of that.
Right.
That I can do the easy work, I can do the tough work. If I do the tough work, I'm gonna make 2 or 3 times the amount of money I can do the easy work.
Amen to that, brother.
There's gonna be a lot less competition.
Amen to that.
So for me, I said that I will have to do a test.
Yeah.
The first reaction I was saying, let me do a test, and then revert to the normal program detail. Let me do a test one, let me see what it will take to bring it back, and if you're happy with the results.
Yeah.
And also, that will let me know how long it will take.
Yeah.
Based on time, we can charge. Because how long you take it.
Yeah.
So if I have to do a job in 4 hours, it's gonna be X much. The next amount of time, it's gonna be 6, and then so
Yeah.
on. Makes sense?
That sounds like he knows his work.
I know. Which
Awesome.
is
I'm
no.
glad to hear that.
I'm sure there's a detailers that do and the detailers that don't. Just like in deck repair.
And also depending on the brand. I know it's a full
That's a
run.
former. Yeah.
A run
So
is half medium or something.
Toyota. Yeah.
Medium self-payment, I can correct faster.
Yeah. It's quicker.
To bring me a German car,
Yeah.
hardly,
BMW.
now I have to think twice
Right. Now you're-
about how long it will take.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of problems. When I see a car, I kind of know exactly what it will take and how fast I can.
Yeah. So
How easy I can remove scratches.
Yeah.
But also remember, software payment, and they think you can remove. There's always
Yeah.
that gamble. But for me, I don't get scared initially to do a test.
yeah, and
I will stick with cars if I can bring. Also, I can bring online retaining, and if I can bring something, I will never put my name on a board that will not lead to my name stuff.
But if you had something that you can put into your business that you can say, I can have that car done by tomorrow, no problem. Like I know I can do that. Would you do that? Or would you stick with paying?
or could you do that paint correction in one day? You can't. Okay.
I mean, that's
I don't know. I don't know anything
I
about it.
can, no, we go back. I can.
yeah, sure.
Well, all
Yeah.
me and my wife, was it me and my wife? Myself, I still can knock it in one day, pretty
Yeah.
sure. Well, my wife is trying like me, but
Yeah.
me and my wife, I thought I was talking with the Puerto Rican owner of the RestorFX.
Yeah.
And I showed my video. I said, oh,
Yeah.
that's very scratch.
Yeah.
Employees.
He said, "Wow, that's pretty."
My wife.
He said, "Wow, that's pretty scratched. That's pretty scratched."
Well, I'm not employee.
Yeah.
But
You said, "Wow, that's pretty scratched. That's pretty scratched."
yeah, I showed my video. Like, what?
Yeah.
How long it took you? 4 hours. Oh.
Yeah.
And then, because that one usually take you 4 to 6 hours. So, but we go back. Who are you? What kind of training?
Yeah.
What kind of knowledge?
All right. Yeah.
You have the ability to do it or not.
So okay.
I'm not meant to see what you so.
So you're
If you talk to myself 10 years ago,
Yeah.
I would be scared to death.
yeah.
I
You don't
would
know
not-
how far to push it. So you're really good, which I love.
Humbly, but
You're really good. It's okay.
We've been prepped.
Yeah.
So it just, I've
Right.
been training, I've been prepping myself for this.
How-
It's like a pro athlete.
I agree. And same with painless sandpaper. I mean, do you guys have detail competitions as a side note? Do you have some? Okay. So we have the MTE Olympics, all the guys that try to be the best in the world. Yeah, Dent Olympics. Yeah, MTE Olympics, Dent Olympics. So you can do that in a day. That's friggin' sick.
I don't know.
How long to train me to be able to do that in a day?
It will tell you maybe, depending if you're working every day.
Every day,
or
full time. You hire me full time. I'm your protege. I want to be as good as you someday. How long did it take me to be that good?
Take over and like that, I do it. It will take you easy. If you're working every day on paint
Yeah,
correction,
yeah.
I will say no less than 6 months to a year.
Years, yeah.
At least maybe
So-
more.
so-
It
yeah.
all depends on
So
how-
years, like dent repair, like it's years.
You know,
It's years.
It's years.
I could polish a car tomorrow and not make a mistake. Cool. But doing that in a day, years.
Yeah, it will take you.
Yeah.
It will take
Okay.
you. So compared to a system that you can do, maybe
Yeah.
less training, less time. Yeah, maybe
So for us, it's like you're not gonna be able to buff or paint correct forever, right? It's pretty hard on the body. Just
Yeah.
like dents are, right?
Yeah.
So for us and where we're at in our industry now is trying to help guys out to build a business that you're working on instead of it.
Yeah.
And that's where we see kind of this portion of
With
our
the coating, like the
the
clear
clear
coating, yeah.
or any type of liquid paint correction or whatever we're calling it now. we're seeing that we can scale those businesses and make the same amount of money, if not more, than we're doing by ourselves. It's like we're giving ourselves an exit plan, right? Because you can build a business and sell it, but with no contracts or anything else like that. It's hard to sell that because like your blood, sweat, and tears, it's worth priceless, right? So for this, it's like just think about that in the future. Maybe it's like this is a scalable business. And
Well, I have a technical question though, if I can. Would you sand that car down, the full runner? You sand it?
Most likely, my half
Yeah.
of it is empty.
Really?
Softer clear. Man.
So you're gonna use a specific polish and stuff that's gonna generate heat. That's gonna
There's different levels of comfort.
yeah, you have compound that's like sandpaper.
Liquid stick is almost liquid stick.
Yeah.
But we go back. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that.
No, I'm
there's
technically curious. I'm
There's
curious.
options
Yeah.
in the market for every.
So you'll test the sand spot, test a specific.
I don't believe it's like the first one. You like
Okay,
to,
so,
before you
yeah.
go further, I want you
Go
to
back.
polish.
So you get the aggressive polish. Try that. Doesn't work. You get the aggressive compound
I know with the polish.
polish.
I know
See if it happens.
Most probably it's not going to do it.
Right. You try.
Polish.
Then you go
Then
compound,
they go combo.
and then aggressive compound.
Then
Then 5,000 grit sandpaper. And you're doing like a 1x1 foot, like
I
a
don't do small section.
Yeah.
But you have to do different. I usually do 2 or 3 tests per.
yeah. That's pretty cool. That's good. That's good
But,
knowledge. That's good.
It's all about we got expectation.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the customer wants.
Yeah.
You know.
For sure, yeah.
The only, like I said, there's a big misconception on this product. I said I have to see it from the center.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went, I did a training on how to install it just for looking at first hand.
Yeah.
Sometimes all the videos to have
Yeah.
but sometimes you need to understand how the perfect system is.
Yeah.
The same way we cannot remove every single scratch on the car.
Right.
And we don't even want to remove most of the time every single scratch on the car.
Mhm.
Because that means that I have only too much paint out of the car.
Yeah.
But this system is putting paint back on the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
For
Sure.
adding material.
Yeah.
But
Which is good. It can be good. Can be good. Yeah.
exactly, I'm putting material instead of pulling.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to understand it's not perfect. It's not going to look perfect.
Yep.
You might see little dirt.
Yep.
You might see little fish shots.
Yeah.
You might see some.
No, you can't. No, it's good versus good install is bad install.
We go
Yeah.
back and you
Yeah.
can't do work.
Yeah.
I kind of
That's true.
shot.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, that's your shot.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
if we're not in the right environment,
Yeah.
you have we're prepping the car besides what we're doing the application.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you got a problem.
Someone brings me that Porsche GT3 and asks me to RestorFX it, and it's got swirl marks on it. Is it GT3? And it has swirl marks on it. I would probably want to just polish it and not RestorFX it.
Yeah.
Because there's
Well,
less
there's a
less
market.
less risks of, like you said, for sure.
Because I think that there's growth from
Yeah, for sure.
every side.
Well, yeah, go check out the RestorFX booth over there. They do demos every day. You can go check it out. And maybe if you do that, I'll come find you at your booth tomorrow and I'll ask you. I'm curious to see, because you're like, I would say expert paint corrector at this point, right?
I'm not going myself.
You're an expert. You're an expert.
Whispering around here, he's the best.
Yeah, that's why you're here though. So that's really cool knowledge, dude. I really appreciate you sharing
Like I said,
that.
I learned from everything. I learn every day. I want to come out to these events.
Yeah.
Become this 2016 and not to keep coming.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
everything.
awesome.
Technology changes. So,
Yeah, 100%, dude.
I think that there's a lot of retailers, a lot of market that know about this technology. They should be aware.
Yeah,
because
dude.
that might be an option.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that. I think we're gonna tackle that.
Yeah, that's a goal of this year is to try to try to bridge the gap a little bit between the detailing and paint correction versus liquid paint correction.
It's vice versa for us too. So if we get a car in that has ceramic coating on it, we really need to know that.
Yeah,
We have to
yeah.
make sure we prep that car more to make sure that our products
Yeah.
bonding to that
Yeah,
material,
true.
not
Yeah.
just slapped it over ceramic coating. So
True.
I think that's good. We work on that.
Yes, and there should be more dimensional paint. But the cost you have to do for paint.
Yeah.
Because they have to keep going to the first, like, well, that's great, but they might need to know more. But they sell the car, that's another problem. But the new owner, I don't know how to talk.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's your company system. Any
It's
system
new. Everything's new.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure we hear these problems and issues that are in our industry.
Like I said, it's funny because I never seen it before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
it's pretty.
It's
first off,
yeah.
I go to them and I've heard. No, let me. Let's try.
Yeah.
But it's definitely. I remember the top coat. They had a pike coat.
Yeah.
I just pulled it up.
Yeah. Yep.
At that point, I have to either flip it completely up, or I have to. You have to go back and fix it.
Yeah.
This game, good more. So good information. They want to understand later on that I had that treatment, but I want no decolor.
Yeah. No, yeah. No. Yeah.
Well, maybe we could get your information.
Yeah.
I think that's okay with us to kind of bridge the gap. Have any, or you have something you want to discuss? I think that we can come together and kind of figure out whatever problems.
We're here to that word.
That's
That's it, dude. That's what it's about, dude. I love that.
Yeah, we can grow the English to make it better.
Yeah, that's it. We're all here to feed our families.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you coming on.
The other side, that's just going back. We can go back to.
Yeah.
I heard was somebody in the social media was saying I have this Porsche, and but I already never works at parts like edges, and also I have a problem because low numbers I can't do the picture. That might be a great tension.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you're running out of my heels, I'm already did damage because
Before it was just paint. After you
That's it.
turn it
Yeah,
down,
like, sorry, dude, yeah.
so.
Yeah.
That's where we're saying it fits.
It does fit.
Yeah.
It bridges the gap. There's it's better to have more options than less options. Like if you've been detailing for a long time. Yeah. So
Professionally,
yeah, 15 years. Yeah. So like having options is better. Having the options for the different polishers, the different pads, the different compounds, like having options of this can definitely be an option in the arsenal for sure. So
Thank you
Yeah.
for the opportunity.
yeah, so, yeah. Thank you very much, man.
Learn a lot from you guys too.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Put your number in there real quick if you don't mind, and just text. It'll text you all my information. So, they're shutting down the show. We're probably about to get kicked out in a minute now because they turned the lights off and like shut it in. So, yeah, cool. Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, and just just text me back your information. I know it's William, but
Yeah, well, thank you. That's
And we'll see you around tomorrow. And
Yeah.
I'll give myself
I
the
want
best,
to
but
Yeah,
go.
thank you.
I want to come do some paint correction.
yeah, I know practice. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, dude.
I'm gonna be tomorrow, maybe at the next booth.
Okay, okay, it'll flex. Yeah, okay, cool.
Help them out.
All right, man. Later, Mateo.
We will, man.
Be good, bud. Be good.
See you later, Bob.
All right. Yeah, it was fun, man. Appreciate that. Very cool. All right. That was awesome.
That was awesome. I think
So
we covered
we covered everything.
Yeah, I think we've always talked about getting somebody in the paint correction industry, and
Yeah, but it
this
worked
guy-
out perfectly.
This guy knows
Worked
it
out
all,
perfectly, yeah.
so
That's
we can
awesome.
Circle back.
I love that. So, anyways, hour 15, probably enough for you guys. If you're not coming to MTE, you should be coming to MTE.
Yeah, losers.
Thank you very much for letting him take his time. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Yeah, it was very cool. What's that?
Lafayette, Louisiana.
Sacramento, California. Sacramento, California. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Us too.
Everyone needs to be like that, dude. Everyone needs to be like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Amen.
Right, Bob.
Thank you guys. All right. Love that, dude.
Yeah, man, that's
Wow.
awesome.
That's also why you come to MTE, because if you guys, last thing, if you guys are sick of the industry, you think that everyone's fucking trying to get over on each other, you think everyone's like hiding, talking shit, trying to steal your accounts, come to MTE because those people aren't here. Like that guy, like that. Not everybody here is like that guy, but most people that are here are like that guy.
Yeah,
And like us, we're trying to learn, we're trying to get better, we're trying to change the game, we're trying to make everybody money.
love it. All right, it says it's so good.
Catch the next one.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Masters of Recon podcast. If you're getting value from this podcast, then please subscribe to the show and give us a review so others can find our show as well. And if you haven't joined the discussion yet, then go find us over at Masters of Recon Facebook group to join the weekly discussion. See you all next time.